Hey y'all, so I was on TikTok scrolling and I came across this. If I had to see it, I need y'all to see it, and I need y'all to pay attention to this. Before I play it, y'all see that title?
Hey y'all, sorry I look a mess.
Sorry you look a mess. What did that have to do with anything? You gonna feel like a mess when she get to you.
Driving back from Waco after helping a friend who was a part of an amazing back to school event, another activist friend, and shout out to the organizer Rosalinda who put together an amazing event. I was so blessed to be a part of it, and it was such a wonderful thing watching your process and learning and taking tips so that I might bless my town next weekend with all your expertise. Thank you to both of you. But over the weekend, I received an insane amount of phone calls and tips about a person that recently visited our town. Her name was Candice Matthews. She's a quote-unquote national activist. A local mom reached out to her.
Quote-unquote activist. Y'all catch that. Y'all catch that now.
For help. Paid her $2,500 of the $3,000 fee that Dr. Matthews requires for her help to get her kids back. And she thought Dr. Matthews would be appropriate because it's near her cause about fighting CPS and corruption. However, the mom just wanted her kids back, and
she not even listening to what she's saying. She's an activist. How does she go get somebody kids? And can you tell us what happened? We need details. As a matter of fact, don't you supposed to be an advocate? Did you help her?
What happened and unfolded was Dr. Matthews created a war and quarrel that the mom didn't want. The mom didn't want anyone's lives ruined. She didn't want things.
Whoa! How do you not do your research and not know who you call and not know how she moved and don't want no smoke? It don't sound, something don't sound right. It's giving throw the rock and hide the hand energy. It's giving people that ain't about that life. Because if I call her, that's who I want to pull up for me. Yeah.
To happen the way they did, and then the result of that was even worse because she did not get her kids. Even worse, the kids were placed in emergency foster care, which I will commend Judge James for doing that because she acted in the best interest and safety of the kids when the allegations came out and everything. Until the smoke clears, you protect the kids, and that's commendable. I could see it probably got a lot of flack, but the kids were made safe. What happened?
So what was she supposed to do about a person that was deemed not able to keep their children safe?
You know, the mom asked Dr. Matthews over and over to not do what she was doing, and she refused. At one point, Dr. Matthews said she didn't care about her kids, she cared about her cause. And the mom just got further back. People getting off the case, and the court date is going to be pushed back, and Dr. Matthews seemed to not be bothered, as though this...
See, young whippersnapper, for people to start recusing themselves and moving out of the way, that has to happen for real change to occur. You see, when a change agent rolls up on the scene, people have to make sure they're doing their job to the best of their ability in order to keep it.
It was just another notch on her activist belt. It's very sad. When I called Dr. Matthews, when I found out she was coming in town to offer my help because I was told she was fighting corruption, it was just interesting because she didn't tell me anything about anything except herself, which is...
Oh, your feelings was hurt because she came into your town and you offered services to help her and she didn't need your help. That's what I heard.
When activists talk, I'm national and I'm coming for the Republicans and they're running scared and they know I'm coming. I was like, of course they know you're coming. All my mentors are Republican and they told me I should help you in case I could help you fight some of this corruption because we don't like corruption. But whatever. I mean, everybody's different pockets of people, whatever. But something didn't feel right when I had that phone call and I stayed out of it. When the mom reached out, I still stayed out of it. That poor mom, she didn't want any of this. And Dr. Matthews was not kind to her. So I say this to say, I think she came to town to promote herself and her business. If you don't have to believe me, Google Dr. Candice Matthews scam and victim, and you'll see a ton of people. You'll see court documents of lawsuits and investigative journalists that will attest to some of her ways, from how she earned her degrees to her personal life. Even though she loves to blast other people's, hers is less than honorable. She threatened to expose me. She threatened to ruin my life. I don't really know what she's going to expose except like my bad credit, but I'm a teacher, hello, who got divorced a couple years ago. What do you think you're going to find, homie? Pretty lame. But plus I already tell my business, so that's why people think I'm annoying, But she's probably trying to destroy me and the mom. And the mom is just broken. She didn't want Dr. Matthews to do anything she did. She didn't want lives destroyed. And I've uploaded everything to a Google Drive for potential whatever is to come, because again, Dr. Matthews is apparently very vindictive from what the tips have shared, what the journalists have shared, and people just don't want to deal with her because she's so vindictive and ugly, and from what they say, she lies and she will stretch the truth. So be careful. I think she's coming to town to scam more people out of money. I've never met an activist that charged money. I've never charged money. I've had people bless me after a case. I didn't ask. It was just random. It was just the dad of somebody I helped, and never asked for a cent, never received a cent. When I, tried to talk to Dr. Matthews, she refused. She just wanted to know who the journalist was, and she got belligerent with me, kind of childish, when I refused to reveal my sources. And when I found out that Candice paid her $2,500, because now she owes all these people money, and with the promise that she would get her kids back, and now she's set farther back, I was irate. I couldn't believe it. And Dr. Matthews just thought it was funny. You can see that in the Google Drive. You'll see screenshots of our conversation. So just be warned. She's apparently coming to Anderson to do the same thing. I think she's just...
Okay, it's just like a lot of rambling going on about her personal opinion. And how do you think you can pay an activist that advocate for people to guarantee getting children? Would an attorney be someone that you would retain to help you with that? No, you wanted her presence, is what it sounds, and that is my opinion.
Just pandering. I think she just charges and she panders and she uses what she uses for her own gain. She apparently runs a foster care adoption agency. I can't find it. There's tax records. I don't know what it really does. I would hope for anybody's help. Just right now, I just want to warn my community that if it happened to one of ours with Dr. Candice Matthews, it can happen to another one of us. And if any...
My question is, what do you mean by one of ours in our community? I got questions about that statement.
Anybody out there has the time to research Dr. Candice Matthews, her background, just how much of a scam she is, and report her to any authority, please do. The mom who she helped is really having a tough time. She's really sad, and I'm trying to be there for her as much as possible. And I'm trying to just have, one-on-one conversations with everybody involved so that we can mend this bridge, and they know that the mom did not intend for any of this to happen. She was just a desperate mom who loves her kids and has come out of an insane reality, and once you lift from the fog, you realize what's important and you fight for it. And who can be mad about a mom who fights for her kids? It's all we should all want, a mom to fight for her kids. And so kudos to her for doing whatever she felt like she needed to get her kids back. We may not agree with her methods, but again, what wouldn't any of us do if we lost our kids to get them back? And Dr. Matthews, I'll say what I told you before. Shame on you. You and I are not cut of the same cloth, and me personally, I don't consider you an activist. I consider you an opportunist who gains advantage of people during their hard time and times of misery for your personal financial gain. That night, Candice called me crying. Called you after you ranted and went off on her. You're at the club celebrating and laughing and cackling like it's funny. A mom who's distraught, miserable, lost her kids even farther than where they were before she called you, and you think it's funny and you want to cackle. Shame on you. Anybody out there, don't hire Dr. Candice Matthews. Let her perform her show all on her own without you. Because from what I'm hearing, I have yet to find a single person that can show me a hard piece of evidence. I mean, screenshotable hard piece of evidence where they paid her her fee and she actually delivered results. And everybody else says they just don't want to touch it because she's so awful and vindictive and spiteful that they would just rather let her have the money and walk away. Yeah, she's threatening to ruin me. I don't know what she's going to ruin. I ain't got a pot to piss in. And there's nothing illegal or uncivil about me sharing my lived experience with Dr. Candice Matthews, who to me is hero and definitely activist no more. Love y'all. Keep being smart. Don't let anybody scam any more of us. Help each other, love each other, and be like Candice Jones and be willing to say, I'm sorry, this is not what I intended, when something happens that you don't intend to happen. Love y'all. Have a great week. Bye.
The way I sat there with my coffee and slid in the comment section saying that, who gonna tell her? And not only that, I did a stitch video. It's on TikTok. I didn't put it up here. I don't know why. But anyway, I was drinking my coffee and said, am I the only one sitting waiting for her response? Baby, I like to fell out and fanned out by the time I came back and get my phone, because honey, she done followed me and went in the comment section and told me that her video was up. Baby, I was 3 hours late, but honey, here we go.
Good morning, everybody. It's your good old buddy, Dr. Matthews here. It was brought to my attention on somebody who got their feelings hurt and now they want to call me a scam. That's out of Bryan College Station. I don't even got to say your name because you're a nobody. Okay, so let's first of all, if you was an activist like you claim to be, why your people coming to me and bypassing you? Okay, maybe because both of them cases that you did was a damn flop. Okay, that's probably why, but whatever. Then, have your mom ever told you, when you come for the queen, don't miss? Well, you missed.
Baby, might I add, she looks absolutely gorgeous, sitting there on her throne, ready to read a bitch for Phil.
Because one, how can you scam somebody when they sign a contract? How can you scam somebody? Oh, okay. And especially when the contract says this agreement is a binding agreement between Texas Justice and Accountability and the above mentioned client by signing. This agreement, all parties have agreed to the terms and conditions of this consulting contract, in witness whereof the parties execute this agreement. And this person executes this agreement with 3 witnesses. Okay, and everything that was agreed upon is in this folder. So when you come for the queen, don't miss. But then, let's be clear. You said something that was interesting. When you pull up saying, if you go to Dr. Matthews scam, let's go to it. Dr. Matthew Lonnie, you big dummy. They don't got nothing to do with me. But see, that's how I know your case is flopped, because you know why? You don't do your research good. But that's okay, because guess what? You's a nobody. And I don't deal with nobodies. So you forgot to let everybody know that you reached out to me and you mad because, one, I didn't want to talk to you. You mad because you know why? I'm not talking to you about this woman case. That is confidential according to that. You mad because I didn't want to talk to you. You said that you knew something about a journalist that called you whatever, and you didn't want to give the journalist's name. Girl, bye. Shut up. And then on top of that, baby, do you know who you dealing with? You dealing with the Dr. Candice Matthews, okay? I don't see you on no national platform. I don't see you with national civil rights out here on the front line doing what we do. Because, baby, let's be clear, you're not even black, okay? And then you want to try to come for me. Girl, bye. Go sit your ass down somewhere because you don't want this smoke. But maybe you didn't let everybody know this too. Maybe the courts would know this. Because, one, that client reached out to me on July the 19th when I was at a funeral. Here is the text right here. I got it. Okay? Number one. Number two, do they know that you called me while that court hearing was going on and you was telling me everything what was going on in that court? Oh, do I need to pull up the call log? Or better yet, do I need to pull up the audio recording because I recorded your ass? You understand? And I wonder what that judge would think. Y'all going against a court order from that last court hearing. Okay? So remember that saying, when you come for the queen, don't miss. You understand that? Okay? So we know you mad. It's okay. It's okay. Because all my followers know how I get out because I expose corruption. And all my followers know about that folder. But I want to know if you're going to know about this. Defamation of character is something serious. And we take it very seriously here in Harris County. Stay tuned. Bye.
Baby, I don't know who put that girl up to that thing there. But they going to wish they never messed with her. Because that's something serious. You can say what you want to say. You can feel how you want to feel. You can say, in my opinion, you can say allegedly, according to me, all of the things. That girl intentionally bypassed all of that. And for that, she gonna learn a lesson. She will learn today. And baby, oh, my chicken done. We gonna stay tuned and see. She said, when you come for the queen, make sure you don't what? Miss. All in all, old girl got that hammer slammed on her. Now, feel free to go check out her site on TikTok. It's receipts with text messages. And baby, they didn't even drop the remix of the day's events with the song. Check it out.